Welcome. This is the stuff that separates developers who write C++ from developers who understand it. C++ 20 and 23 introduced dozens of features. You don't need all of them. You need to know which ones pay off quickly and how to adopt them without disrupting stable code. In this lesson, you'll learn the high-value features to adopt first, see before and after comparisons, and get a practical rollout strategy. Let's get into it. 5 features worth adopting early. Concepts. They turn implicit template assumptions into explicit API rules. Better error messages, self-documenting constraints. Ranges. Composable sequence operations that replace manual loops with expressive pipelines. STD span, a non-owning view over contiguous data. One function signature accepts arrays, vectors, and other contiguous ranges. STD jthread, a thread that joins on destruction and supports cooperative cancellation via stop token. No more manual join calls. STD expected, either a value or a typed error. Explicit success or failure returns that callers can't accidentally ignore. These 5 improve readability immediately without demanding a full architecture rewrite. Before and after. Span. The old way. A function takes a const int pointer and a size t count. 2 parameters that must stay in sync. No bounds information. Easy to pass the wrong size. The modern way. A function takes std span of const int. 1 parameter. Accepts arrays, vectors, and any contiguous range automatically. The span knows its size. You can iterate it with a range-based for loop. No ownership transfer. Span borrows the data. This is one of the simplest and highest value upgrades. Every function that takes a pointer plus size pair is a candidate for span. Before and after. Jthread. The old way. Create a stirred thread, do work, then call join. If an exception is thrown between creation and join, the join never runs. The thread's destructor calls stirred terminate. Your program crashes. The modern way. Create a jthread. It joins automatically on destruction. It also accepts a stop token parameter for cooperative cancellation. The worker checks stop requested in its loop. When the jthread goes out of scope or stop is requested, the loop exits cleanly. No manual join, no risk of terminate on exception paths. Safer, simpler, and less code. Before and after. Expected. The old way, a pass function returns an int and takes a bool pointer for success status. The caller might forget to check the bool. The error has no detail. The semantics are unclear. The modern way, the function returns std expected of int, string. If the input is empty, we return std unexpected with an error message. Otherwise, we return the passed value. The caller gets either the value or the error and must handle both explicitly. Expected works best when failure is part of normal control flow. Parsing, validation, lookups. It doesn't replace exceptions. It complements them for local error handling. 6 more features worth knowing. 3-way comparison, the Spaceship operator. Default it, and the compiler synthesizes all 6 relational operators automatically. std source location replaces file and line macros with a type-safe default parameter. Clean diagnostics without preprocessor plumbing. std format and std print, modern text formatting that scales better than stream insertion chains. Optional and variant, value-based alternatives you learned in the error handling lesson. Chrono calendar and time zone facilities, real-world dates and times beyond basic duration measurement. And ranges projections, sort or search by a struct member without writing a custom comparator. Each one is a targeted upgrade you can adopt independently. The three-way comparison operator, also called the Spaceship operator. Define a version struct with major and minor fields. Add one line. Auto operator, Spaceship of const version reference, const equals default. That single defaulted operator synthesizes all 6 comparisons: equals, not equals, less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. The compiler compares members in declaration order, major first, then minor. This removes the repetitive comparison boilerplate that every comparable struct used to require. If you need custom comparison logic, you can define the Spaceship operator manually instead of defaulting it. std source location replaces the file and line preprocessor macros with a type-safe alternative. The log message function takes a string view for the message and a source location parameter with a default value of current. When the caller writes log message of some text, the compiler fills in the caller's file name and line number automatically. Inside the function, you access where.filename and where.line. No macros, no manual plumbing. This is a clean upgrade for any logging or diagnostic API that currently passes file and line as separate parameters. Match the feature to the problem. If you need safer borrowing across APIs, functions that observe data without owning it, use span and string view. If you need cleaner generic interfaces with explicit constraints, use concepts. If you need safer thread lifetime with automatic cleanup, use jthread. If you need better formatting and diagnostics, use std format and source location. If you need explicit local error handling where callers branch on success or failure, use expected. Don't adopt features by checking a list. Adopt them by identifying the pain point in your code and choosing the feature that addresses it directly. The cleanest rollout is bottom-up, in 4 layers. Layer 1. Leaf utility functions. Add string view and span to function signatures. Add no discard to functions whose return values shouldn't be ignored. These changes are local and low risk. Layer 2. Generic helpers. Add concepts to template constraints. Introduce ranges pipelines where they replace manual loops. Switch to std format for text output. Layer 3. Services and worker code. Adopt jthread for thread management. Use expected for pass and validation functions. Add source location to logging APIs. Layer 4. Architecture-level features. Modules and coroutines require toolchain support and broader changes. Adopt them when the pain point, header overhead or callback complexity, is real. Bottom-up keeps the early changes cheap and testable. 4 rules for safe migration. First, confirm compiler and standard library support for every feature you plan to use. Not all compilers support all C++23 features yet. Second, prefer targeted refactors over broad style-only rewrites. Change code that benefits from the new feature, not code that works fine as is. Third, verify API boundaries, ownership semantics, and error flow before changing function signatures. A span parameter changes the ownership contract. An expected return type changes the error model. Understand the implications. Fourth, keep each migration small enough to test and review independently. One function, one pull request. 3 exercises. Replace one pointer plus length API with span. Replace one status code helper with expected. Identify one thread-owning class that simplifies with jthread.
Here's the key takeaway.
Add modern features where they improve readability immediately. Don't rewrite stable code just to chase newer syntax. The best adoption strategy is problem-driven. Identify the pain, pick the feature that addresses it, refactor that specific code, test it, and move on. C++ 20 and 23 give you a powerful toolkit. Span, concepts, jthread, expected, format, ranges, source location, the spaceship operator. Each one solves a specific problem. Use them where they help. Leave them alone where they don't. For next topics, continue with modern C++ best practices for coding standards, safety guidelines, and project-level patterns. Then, build systems and tooling for CMake, package management, and CI setup. You now know which modern features to adopt and when. Go apply them. Thank you.